All right, guys, the gloves are off with myself, Curtis Woodhouse, former English light welterweight champion and former British light welterweight champion of the world. Hurts me to say this, Chris Eubank Jr. tomorrow night is going to get knocked out. He's going to get knocked out. And I'm speaking from a little bit of experience here. Now I've just seen he's missed the weight, and he missed it by 0.2, which is nothing. It's a mouthful of water. It really is nothing. And if you're missing it by that little, and then he's gone away and still couldn't make it, if you're missing it by that little, you are absolutely cooked. You're cooked. And I know this from making, I don't know if I've done a video about this, when I boxed Derry Matthews at lightweight. I've never boxed at lightweight before myself. And I woke up the morning of the weigh-in, and I think I was like 9 pounds over the weight. And I absolutely murdered myself to make the weight. And it's the only fight I've ever been in where I've walked to the ring knowing I'm banging trouble. Even on the pads when I was warming up, I was kind of like missing the pads and my coordination was all over the place. And I just had no resistance at all. Every time I was getting hit on the arm, I was like, wow, that's hurting me. I just had nothing in me. The way I can explain it, it's like, do you know when you have flu and you're laid in bed and you've got flu and someone said to you, if there's £1 million downstairs, all you've got to do is go down and pick it up, and you're like, I've just got no energy whatsoever. That is how you feel when you're cooked at the weight. And knowing that he's missed it by so little and still unable to make it lets me not think, I know this for a fact, he is cooked. He's cooked. And the worst thing he can do now is try stick to 10 pounds rehydration. If he does that, the fight ain't going 3 rounds, it ain't going 2 rounds. If he stays within that 10 pounds, because he'll have to really restrict the fluid that's going in. Because when you're that dehydrated, and people that don't understand are like, no way, that's nonsense. This is true. Any boxer watching this who's had to make weight and had to really struggle to make it will know that this is a fact. He will put 10 pound on within 20 minutes. 10 pound on within 20 minutes. I promise you. He'll gulp down some water. He'll probably have, I used to have dialytes in mine to replace the salts and everything that I've lost. And he'll have a few other oceans and potions as well. He won't eat. He won't be able to eat. His stomach will be shrank. He'll just be putting in fluid to start off with. That's what my dietitian used to say. Do not eat until you started peeing, until we know that the fluid is in your system and it's coming through. And sometimes it would take ages because I was so dehydrated. Even when I was making 10 stone, it used to really, really hurt me towards the end. When I made 9-9, absolutely killed me. To the point I look back at that fight and think, wow, my life was in danger that night. And for the tactics for that fight were to make it hard, get Derry into a tough fight, and I thought I could get him down the stretch. He was vulnerable to body shots. He wasn't the most durable, and I thought I could get him down the stretch, but I just didn't have it in my body. My body just would not do it. I was slow. I had no coordination. I just couldn't do the weight. I could do the weight, obviously, if I made the weight, but I couldn't operate at the weight. And I think this is a real issue for Eubank Jr. And I think he's going to get knocked out. My prediction for the fight was going to be Eubank to win on points or late stoppage. But this breaking news with making the weight, speaking from my own experiences, let me be very, very positive that he's going to lose via stoppage. The only thing is if he's playing mind games. But, I mean, a 500 grand fine is a bit beyond mind games, isn't it? And you know, I think he probably likes his money as well. So he won't be giving up 500 grand for two. It wasn't even pounds, was it? It was ounces. Was it not? Was it 0.2? So like 2 ounces, was it? That's nothing. And if he can't get that off, he is in a bad way. So yeah, my prediction for the fight, I was going to do it later, and it was going to be completely different. I am going for Conor Benn, Conor the Conman Benn, the cheater, the two-time cheater, the two-time drug cheat, Conor Benn, to win via knockout. And I'm going inside 2 rounds. Do you know what? I'm going to have a bet on Conor Benn winning in round 1. That's what I'm going to have a bet on, because you'll get decent odds. Conor Benn round 1, because he will be like an empty vessel, will Eubank. It might look great, but it'll be hollow. There'll be nothing inside him. He's done. If he wins, it's a monumental effort, unless he's played a game with the weight, and he has been having us all along. But with that amount of fine on board, no chance. And you know what? I will predict that there's no way he hits that £10 tomorrow. No way. I bet if they weigh him tomorrow and he was to rehydrate properly, he will put on £20. And you might be like, that is mental. So when I left my hotel the night when I boxed Darren Matthews, I was 11 stone 4 from 9 stone 9. So I don't know how many pounds that is, but that's what I weighed, 11.4 when I left my hotel. Because my body was that cooked. Everything I drank, everything I ate, it just hung on to it for dear life. And when you put that much weight on, it's not a good sign. And I looked great. You know, when I left, I got out of the shower, I looked at myself. I was absolutely jacked. But like I said, I was an empty vessel. I had nothing inside me. I was hollow. Every time I moved, I had a headache. I didn't feel good at all. I did a video on this a bit back, the night I nearly died. And maybe I'm a little bit over egging it, but that night I really put myself in the danger zone. And I'm hoping that we don't have an accident in this fight. I really do. But like I keep going back to, the fact that he's missed the weight by so little and he still couldn't get it off lets me know he is done. And I've been there myself. I know the feelings, and I understand how bad this can go. And I'm really, really worried about this fight now tomorrow night. And I'm going for Chris. I'm going to change my prediction. I'm going to go for Conor Benn in round 1. Hate to say it.